Hi there, Moira McDonald. Thanks very much for joining me today. I am going to make you a little journaling card, and it's the last in the series of Let's Layer. It's basically collage, and I've combined everything that we have layered in the previous videos to make this. So, hope you enjoy it. Thanks very much for your time. See you, bye! Hi guys, hope you see this okay. I'm finding it really difficult to angle the camera because well, I've got it that high that I can't see through it, so I don't know. I'm hoping it's picking up me and whatever I'm doing. Right, this is going to be the last in the series of Let's Layer and kind of tackling collage and things. I've taken a piece of craft cardstock, mainly because it's quite kind of thick and sturdy, and I'm going to, I've layered a piece of scrapbook paper first of all to provide the initial background, and I'm just going to use my crocodile corner chomper with the scallop and stub ends, and it's the scallop one I've used just to edge what I'm doing. It's quite big, but it's only big because I was planning putting a few things on it, and I don't want them to completely disappear, so it's hopefully big enough. Anyway, we've got a bit of relatively plain scrapbook paper. I like the way that the end comes off. It's relatively plain, it's kind of beigey shade with polka dots. I have looked out, I die cut a couple of things. I did a wee kind of Tim Holtz, what do you call it? What do you call those? A wee kind of harlequin type die that I've got. I'm going to just cut it down actually because I don't like the way don't like that either. Just a minute. By the time I'm done here, there'll be nothing left. Right, that'll do me. I'm just going to, I mean, I might not even use it, to be honest. I painted them to a kind of, it's a purple shade, but it's a purple paint that has a kind of gold accent through it, so it gives it a bit of a sheen, just a bit more interest, to be honest. So I'll either, might even cut that down again, wait a minute, because I could use that as 2 on this. Die cut this kind of clocky thing and a word, and I've layered these up in as far as I've cut the same word. I think I did it 3 times, just glued them together and then painted over it. Oh, it's as if by magic, isn't it? Right, bear with me a second till we find out what's getting barked at. Right, so they're all gone out. I think my son's getting ready to get up, come down and go to the gym, so I think they hear him walking about up the stairs and that's what starts them off. Right, so we've got those. I have a wee ticket that was a vellum sticker and I've put it on card to give it a bit of substance. Likewise a wee girl with a wee pussycat and some flowers round about her. Die cut from some white glitter card that I had lying about. It was just a wee tiny bit of card and I wanted to try and use it up with something, so I've die cut some little white feathers, a couple of white leaves, may or may not use them, another vellum sticker of kind of lilac-y flowers, and I looked out lilac-y and purple style stamps. Well, that's kind of bluish, but I quite like the wee owl to go with it. In terms of ink, I'm going to try and bring everything together in this because I'm going to do a bit of stamping on it as well, and I have brought out Shaded Lilac in Distress Oxide and in the Distress Ink Milled Lavender. I got that fairly recently. I really like it. It's on a par with the Tattered Rose. Right. So basically what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to do a bit of stamping. So in terms of stamps, I have the old traditional bit of text, so we can use that. This is one of my wee favourite stamps. I've no idea what the set was. I got it absolutely ages ago, but I love this wee stamp. And the problem with the wee stamp is you can tell that I love it because it really is showing signs of having been used quite some considerable amount. Now, not entirely sure how this colour of ink is going to go for stamping, but we'll soon find out. So it's in terms of background, I'm not looking for tremendous in your face type stamping here. I'm looking for something that is literally in the background of this. So it doesn't need to be perfect, it just is ideal if it actually shows, and it does. I'm quite happy with that, that's fine. We'll add another wee bit down the bottom. The Distress Oxide is, oh there's Daisy back in. The Distress Oxide is much better for stamping than Distress Ink, but it takes a wee while to dry, so if you are going to be using it, just bear that in mind. It's a good one if you're wanting to emboss, because it will stay wet for quite a wee while. I keep sticking that on the wrong side. Now, I was, because I did the cloak thing, I had in the back of my mind a kind of a wee bit steampunky type style idea going on here. I mean, having said that, I don't have a lot of real steampunk stuff, so we'll put in what we can and see how it looks. So I've got a wee kind of clock with, what do you call it? There's a wee cog in it, there's some words in it as well, I can't quite read them. I think this was, I think it was a Stampendous stamp. I've had it for a wee while. So oh, it says unlock your destiny. Right, well, let's unlock our destiny. We'll do it sideways. Hopefully get a reasonable quality of stamp. That's good enough for what we want to do, and I should have brought over a baby wipe but I haven't, as usual. I am terrible for forgetting the baby wipes. Right, I've got a clock here and I'll stamp that, and all I need to do is try and make sure I get 12 to the top. I'm not, what I might do is actually put this under it, because I think I'll have this coming off the page a wee bit. So I'm going to just put that there in order to stamp, so that I don't need to stamp the whole clock. And I want 12 at the top, so try and make sure I get it in the right position. That should do us. That's okay. Not brilliant, but it does. Right, so that's us done a measure of stamping for our background. Now what we're going to add is we'll start collaging a wee bit of paper round about it. I'm actually going to use some of this music paper that I had there, just to stick bits on this, to provide a bit of background again. So the glue, as well, the one I'm working with this month is Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying, I can't even say the words together, Clear Drying Craft Glue. There. Do you struggle to say words? Because that's something, do you know, I only have problems when I'm recording. I don't have an issue when I'm talking. Well, not much an issue. Right, hopefully I haven't I've glued that to the edge. Oops, there we go. And I've got glue all over my scissors. Now I want to have something over on this side as well, so can't see for hair. Really need a haircut. But that I was absolutely raging at that last haircut. I wasn't happy with it at all. I was looking for a short bob and it looked great the day she did it, but I couldn't achieve making it look like that beyond when she did it. And every bit of my hair had been, I'd had a layered style before that. Hey, would be layered, wouldn't it, with me? So it was every section of my hair is a different length, and I'm trying to wait till it gets to a kind of reasonable length so that when I go to get it cut, I can get it cut all one length. But that hasn't proven to be very, very easy. Now, right, so we're wanting to still add to our background, and I do want to, do I only have one wee flower? Yeah, I do. I'm going to add, let me think. See, I think my main focal point is going to be this kind of clock, or is it? Because it's not, I haven't painted it terribly well, to be honest. I think that might need another coat, so that this video might be shot over a period of time. But what we can do is we can do the rest in the interim. Right, let me see these wee bits that we cut. These can all go to form a bit of a background, so we'll stick that down there. And again, this really is just card, it's a few layers of card stuck together, so the Deluxe Craft Glue will still work. Do that down there and do one up at the top on that side. So the main kind of theory behind this in terms of collage is what I'm planning on doing is using things that are predominantly from the kind of purple family, you know, lilacs and purple itself and violet, and seeing how that comes together. Should be okay. Right, I don't really know if I want to straddle that there. Put that there. This wee sticker's been distressed for all its life, and it's got a kind of browny tinge to it, like a wee aged thing. But again, that's okay. Do you know, I think she's too big. I think we'll do this. Right, I'm going to use the milled lavender. Oh! To distress. I don't know how easy this is going to be, because milled lavenders are one of the very pale shades, so it might not be very striking going around this. And I don't think with the paler shades, the vellum stickers don't seem to take the colour very strongly. I'm just going to set that at an angle at the bottom. And that with a little acrylic block has many uses. I'm going to stick my stamps across this as well. You don't need to go mad with glue when it comes to things like stamps, because they're quite flimsy paper. So they, you know, they'll stick down okay. And again, I've picked these out in relation to their colouring, because I felt they were kind of members of the same colour family. And some you can notice the difference. Obviously this is a much kind of bluer shade of purple, whereas these are, I think, have more of a red tone on them. And it's the same with the stamps. It's pretty horrible weather, did I mention? Put that wee guy there. Now, what I do want to do is I do want to give that another coat of paint. Where's my lid? Alright. So we'll get that organised in a wee minute. I'm going to stick on, I've also got these wee leaves and feathers, but I think until I put down the main focal point here, which is going to be that clock thing, it's going to be really difficult to position them. So, I mean, again, I wanted to add, this is my wee box of metallic bits and bobs and things, and I've got some little silvery coloured gears that I thought could add a bit of interest. I've got some in rose gold, but I think the silver might be better. I don't want to have anything too big, so I'm going to take a wee tiny one, and maybe something that's just a bit bigger. And we can add them. In terms of silvery things, got some, so they're all different colours and stuff that I've got, and some I don't think are really, I don't want to mix the metallic colours. If I've decided on silver, I'm going to try and keep the silver. So what I want to do is, that's quite nice, it's a wee heart with rings, I think I'll add that. And now I've put it back in the box in such a way that it's not going to flatten. Put the lid on. To stick these on, I think what we'll do, help, we'll use glossy accents. I'm saying help because I used glossy accents last night and I had terrible bother with it. Oops, oh, it's coming out okay. it really was a nightmare getting glue out. And do you know what, you think, oops, I'm going to lose some there. You think you're economising by buying the big one, and it's a false economy, because 9 times out of 10 you've used it twice and it gunks up and you have terrible bother trying to de-gunk it. And it really annoys me, absolutely has me raging. So I was saving last night when I was trying to work it, but it was just, oh, a life of its own. And I tried everything, I had pins in it numerous times, and I was using a variety of different things, fluids. I used that Stamp Perfect, the best cleaner ever, on the pin, and then shoved the pin in. And now this is a wee bead, this, so there's actually a hole at the top and bottom, but I'm hoping it will stick okay. I don't see why it shouldn't, because the one thing I can say about glossy accents without a shadow of a doubt is it sticks like you wouldn't believe. Right, we'll put that down the bottom. And we shall run and get something to wipe that with before I shut it. Right, that will do me until I repaint this and make sure I've got really good coverage, because it's just, I can see the white core of the card that well, it's black, but I went over it with gesso, so I'm going to give that another coat of this kind of purpley stuff, and then it will go on the top. So I shall pause the video, well, pause it in my time, but it won't seem like a break to yourselves, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so I painted them, and back, and the door's opened. So I'm sitting in a draft, so this will be quick. Right, I've painted these again because I just basically, I cannot cope with things that are not exactly as they should be. I've got to laugh, I was thinking there, what's his name, Tim Holtz has got one of these wee stickers with the wee chit chat words that says embrace imperfection, and I cannot, I'm sorry, everything has to be done correctly. Or I just can't cope. Right, anyway, I was going to show you what the kind of purpley paint is that I've used. It's called Lumiere, and I've used these before. It's a light body metallic acrylic paint by a company called Jacquard. That's Jacquard, and this is Halo Violet Gold. By the looks of things, it is a Californian company. And that's Daisy barking. They're perfect for, I'm going to, see that dog? They're perfect for metallics. Wait a minute, they give you a brilliant metallic surface, perfect for surfaces including wood, canvas, paper, natural or synthetic fabric, from lightweight silk to denim. And hold on a minute till I shout at her. Oh no, she's been quiet. That's typical Daisy. She's really barking at a bird. Right, anyway, so that's the purple that's now coating this and these wee bits here. So what I want to do is I want to add it here somewhere, and once I have, I can consider where I'm going to put the last things, which is my wee, I don't need to use them all, like I say, I mean I've got a lot of things looked out here, but it's up for grabs what I actually use. I've also got some buttons. I decoupaged some buttons the other day, and there is a video on my channel from way back doing decoupaged buttons, but some of them have a wee purple flower on them, so I might just shove one somewhere in this, or not, I don't know, I'll judge. Right, I'm a bit worried about lifting it up still, because these wee things that I've stuck on with the glossy accents does not dry the quickest. It can be very slow to dry, which is a bit of a problem when you're waiting for it to go. So what else could we do? We could use the Fabri-Tac and to stick down this clock thing. I don't need to glue everywhere, just have some wee bits here and there to to make sure it sticks down. It's quite intricate, this wee thing, and there's going to be lots of little glue strands. That's what I mean about me having problems with talking. I think the main problem is I can't really talk and think. And if you know me personally, you would realise that, because I open my mouth before I think anything and then say something pretty stupid more often than not. I was wondering what that noise was at the back. Dee, 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 dee. I don't want to glue my fingers to this, but there's a good chance I will. Now, see all these little extra glue strands that I'm getting? I can get rid of them at the end if I feel it's necessary, because running...
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Sorry, that's my phone. Just give me a wee second and we'll attach that. Oops, there. It's actually covering one of those cogs up the top, so I might get another cog to make up for that. Just give me a second, because I bet you that's my husband telling me it's lunchtime. Yep, hold on a second. Lunchtime, did you remember to check my Kindle? Yes. Nothing else to report. And I'll get an OK, I'll text you when I'm leaving, so I'll mute it so that you don't need to hear scheduled for one fall, which is my what do you call it, my text. Right, here's my wee silver coats. Now I don't want to have do I, wait a minute, I'm having a look at this and I'm thinking, do I really need another cog? Do I? Do I feel I need a cog? Do you know, yes I do. Or do I? Wait a minute. Because I could put that there. In fact, yes, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put that there. It's not, these are not, I need to remind myself, these are not at a premium. I bought these cogs probably the better part of 2 years ago with the intention of doing some steampunky stuff, you know, like cards, or I did a wee bit of canvas work, you know, mixed media stuff, and the intention was that this is what they were going to be used for, and then I promptly did one canvas with steampunk, and it was a wee tiny canvas, by the way, that came with a wee easel. It looked really good. Somebody bought it. It did look really good. I mean, I really liked it, and it sold quite quickly, but I never did another. I just couldn't be bothered, because I have a terrible problem like that. You know, I'll be really fixated on doing something for a wee while, and then once I've done it, I feel, well, I've done it, I don't need to do it again. Right, I'm going to put, or am I? See, the leaves are quite, and the feathers are too big for my liking. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my word down first, because I want to put my word there before I go any further. Just make sure it fits. Yeah, my word's fine. Right, so we'll put some of my glue on the back of the word. "5 minutes, Daisy, stop whimpering, darling." Oops, all over my fingers. Oops, really all over my fingers. Thankfully it's dry clear glue. Right. My word is discover, and discover is quite appropriate because I'm discovering that glue is very sticky. Right. Now, what I think I do want to have, these leaves are too big. Sorry, leaves are too big. And I never used that stamp with the, what do you call it? The owl on it. But what I would quite like to do is, I do like the feathers, right? But they're too big. So I need to look to see if I can find right, clearly didn't get it out of this. Must have come out another one. I don't think it was this one. No. Must have been the other one. I've got 3 folders. I've actually got 4 folders, but one I never use. And I really need to throw out the stuff in it. It's folders of dies. And I need to move my chair. And I need to move all these cogs and things. Right, let me see if I get any more of that white card. Where did I put? Oh. Bear with me. Right, this piece of card is too big to go through my big shot, so I'm just going to cut a section off to cut a couple of little feathers out, because I've got smaller feathers which I think will be more appropriate and more in keeping with this. I'll just run them through my big shot. I haven't still not used my big shot, you know, my new A4 sized one. Not quite got round to that. Right, so we'll put the feathers away again. And get back to where we were. Now, let me see. Right, that's, see, they're much smaller and they're much more, they're going to fit in. Where's the third one? Where is the third one? How did I manage to lose one? Right, maybe you can all see it and you're shouting where it is, but I can't see it. So, in the absence of the third one, we might need to just use 2. What on earth happened there? Did I manage to lift it up with a... Oh no, they're stuck together. Silly sausage, Moira. Right. What we want to do is... we'll get that milled lavender and see if we can use it to distress the edge of these wee feathers. They're very small, so I don't know if it's going to work terribly well. Might not be very striking because milled lavender itself isn't a very dark colour. Right. Now, before I go any further, is there anywhere I can reasonably stick this stamp? And I don't think there is, because it would be elevated by that. Maybe I could put it up there. In fact, I will. So we'll put a wee bit of glue on the back of this. And we'll stick it there. Put that on top of it to hold it down, to give it a chance. Right, my feathers are quite small and much more in keeping with what I was planning. So I'm going to just put a bit of glue on these, and I'm going to stick them about. Good idea, put some glue behind the top of it. The main problem when you're doing a video like this is it's the length of time it takes you to get organised, and then obviously to actually do whatever you're doing, because I mean, you saw yourself, 9 times out of 10 there'll be something I've forgotten and I'm going to get up and get it, and you know, if you want to wash anything or wipe it, you've got to leave the room, and it's just doesn't make for good TV, put it like that. Now, I'm going to distress the edge of my tag. Well, it's not really so much a tag as a kind of journaling card, I suppose. I'm really hoping that the stuff that I've used the glossy accents with stays down. Should with any luck. I mean, it's been a wee minute or two, so I would hope it's stuck long enough. Just leave that there now. So I'm going to use the Distress Oxide Shaded Lilac because it's going to be darker than that milled lavender. That milled lavender isn't going to show up well enough. Now I've noticed that this little bit isn't stuck as well as I would like it to, so shall I show you how I resolve that? And this might help you if you ever have an issue where there's a wee bit of something that's sticking up. Put some glue onto a slim piece of paper, shove it under so that the glue makes contact with whatever it is you're trying to stick down, and then hold it down, and that's you. Right, so all I've got left to do is add a wee button, and I think I'll add the one with the little, it's got a wee toty pink purple flower. I'll use some Fabri-Tac for this. Minutes, Chip's whimpering at the door because the other two are on the other side. It's lunchtime here, so my brother's down for lunch. Right, give me 2 seconds and I'll let Chip out. Right, so that's us. Tag's done. Everything's stuck. Hold on, I'm going to bring down the camera a bit so I can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's us. And I'll hold it up so that it's closer for you. You can have a look at that collage and see what you think. So it's vintage and kind of lilac-y with a touch of steampunk. Hope you like it. So thanks for your time and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!